Hello and welcome to Monday Mindset, everyone. Happy Monday. How was your weekend? I'm going to give a few minutes to see if anyone comes live here to say hello. If you are here, please let me know that you're here. Say hello. Let me know where you're from. If you're watching the replay, please let me know that you're watching the replay also. I always really like to see who's watched from where in the world. So please do that. I would appreciate that. Okay, so here we are, and it is another Monday. And today we are going to talk about the things that you can't buy that give you happiness. And you already have all these things, and there's no way that you can buy them. And how we can look at those things and find our happiness with those things, and actually how they are actually really more a key to your happiness than the things that you can buy. These are things that are essential for your happiness, and you can't buy them. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Leanne. I am a transformation and mindset life coach. And I came to this world through my own journey of changing my perceptions about life, my thought patterns, my emotional habits, and really transforming my life completely from one place to another. And that's what, for me, started my journey. And I just want to bring this here to you and share it with you through what I have gone to be able to help you transform and create a life that you really, really want. So today we're going to talk about all the things that we can't buy that are essential for our happiness. And there are many things that we can't buy that are really important. As a matter of fact, all the things that are really, really important for us and for our happiness in terms of what really makes us feel fulfilled and content on a very basic level in life, all these things are actually unpurchasable. You can't buy them. And what am I talking about? You can't buy love, right? You can try to buy love, but that's not love. You don't believe it, and you don't really buy it. It's not real love. You can't buy your own courage of overcoming challenges, of triumph, of facing your fear. You can't buy these things. You can't buy speaking up your own truth. You can't buy self-confidence. All these things, we can't buy them. And we live in a world that really encourages us all the time to buy, right? And all the commercials out there and everything, it shows us if we only have this or that. If you look at the commercials now, they're either telling you that if you have this car, your life will be the best life in the world, right? Or this sofa or this pillow change your entire life, or medication that completely changed your life. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole medication thing because that's a completely different, issue there, because we do need medication to improve perhaps our quality of life in some ways, right? If we need a medication, we need medication. But your happiness does not depend on you. Hi, Yurit. If you have a Mercedes or a Toyota, right? That is not what's going to make you happy inside or fulfilled inside, right? If you have, the latest computer, like in the world, kind of like the latest thing in terms of computers, is that going to make you really happy? No. It will make you happy in the sense that maybe you're going to enjoy it and it's going to be fun. But it's not going to create a long-lasting life happiness of content, of something inside of you that we need and looking for, right? In our like real essence of life. What makes our lives feel content and happy and really fulfilled and rich is our connections with each other. When we have real connection and we feel connected to people, we feel that our voice is heard, that we matter, that people care about us, that we have people that we care about. Those are the things that really support us when we wake up in the morning and start our day. Not the devices that we have, not the car that we have, not, the big things, that we buy with money. Those things are a beautiful attribute, do not get me wrong. However, even the joy from them will be a very limited joy because it wears off, right? When you get a new car, or a new computer, or a new sofa, or whichever it is that you're, looking to buy, it's a great feeling when you buy it, or a new dress, or pants, or whatever. It's a great feeling when you buy it. And perhaps for another week or two, right? But then it wears off. Not so much with connections. Connections maybe have some waves of ups and downs, right? And let's not even call it downs, but there are waves maybe. In connections, we feel more connected. We do things together, then, we don't, and we do again. But there's a lot of richness in the connections that we have with each other. And that is what really fulfills us from the inside. When we have good connections that ebb and weave, when we go out into the world and we feel comfortable enough with ourselves to be ourselves and to know that we are loved for who we are. Maybe not by everyone, because you cannot be everyone's cup of tea, right? But it is the connections that we make, even the smallest connections. When you have a day when you walk outside your door and you talk to strangers in the street and just say small things, like, hey, good morning, or you pass by someone and you say something about the weather, that is kind of like that. It wakes us up. It wakes people up when you say to them, I really like doing this experiments when I go out to the street and I'm just there, kind of like my regular self. We all kind of like live in our own bubble. But then I suddenly say something to someone, either it's standing in the line in the grocery store and commenting something about the weather to the person next to me, or something about the place. And it's always something with a little bit of humor there. And it's that connection that suddenly it wakes them up. And that energizes me also, right? Suddenly you have this interesting connection with a complete stranger. And you just bounce off that energy from each other, which is really cool. Same thing when it comes to deeper connections and each other, right? We have that ability to be there for each other and create stronger connections with each other. Small things that we do for each other. Surprising each other, saying good morning to each other, saying something that is a little different, sending a nice text. All these things, it's the connections that we have and the quality of our connections that will, at the end, determine our happiness. The quality of our relationships in our life is equal to our own quality of life. Think about that. Do you agree with me? So when we look at all the things, that we want to have or are working towards, or goals that we have, those are all really beautiful. And it's great. And it's fun to buy new things and, explore that material world. But when it comes to the bottom of it, what is really important is actually things that we cannot buy. It is our connections with people. It is how we connect with each other. It's how we bring ourselves into the world. Another thing that we cannot buy and is essential for our happiness is that joy of playfulness, which we have a tendency to forget as we grow older, right? When was the last time that you laughed wholeheartedly? Can you remember? Let me know. Write it down in the comments. Playfulness keeps us open. Irit says yes, 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 right? When was the last time you goofed around and you did something silly? We constrict ourselves as adults to be adults. And I'm saying it like this because who decided that being an adult means that you cannot be goofy and foolish and playful? I would like to suggest that perhaps being goofy and silly and playful and doing, silly stuff, that is being adult. That is truly being an adult because it does not threaten you. It does not scare you. It's okay. Yes, life can be very serious, and there's a lot of seriousness in life, and people annoy us, and this is happening, and we've got bills to pay, and we've got, work to do, and we have so many responsibilities as adults. I totally agree. Who said that it has to be heavy? Who says that it has to be suffering, right? Maybe it can also be something else. When we are playful, when we goof around, when we have that open place in ourselves, it opens us up, right? Hi, Yazzie. How are you? So nice to see you here. So when we open up to the world by playfulness, it opens up other people to you. So here I am doing this live video for you, right? And I can be really serious and talk to you about how it's really important to understand that it is our connections in life that really make us feel happier, and really give you like data and stuff and be really serious about it. You will probably get off this live in no time. But because I usually come here and try to be a little playful and I try to bring you value with, connection with you, right? And I am playful. Those of you who know me for a while, you guys know that I'm very playful. I am very goofy. I think that's kind of like something that you guys like. I know I like it. It comes naturally from me. But what I'm saying is, every time you laugh, every time you do something completely silly, and you're not afraid to show up in a silly way, you open up, and the other people around you open up, and you cannot buy that kind of connection with anyone. There's a reason why they say that laughter is the best healing there is, and that love is the best healing there is, because these are the things that enrich life more than anything else in the world, right? So when you go into the day, and my invitation for you guys for this week is to look at all the things that you can create in your life that enrich your life, that cost you nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's connections. It's being able to be foolish and goofy with yourself. It's being able to laugh with yourself, at yourself. It's being able to be honest. It's being able to allow yourself, this is the third part of today, it's being allowing to yourself whatever it is that you're feeling, right? And oh, Yasi's saying she put in some music and started dancing. Yes, yes, yes. I love dancing. Who doesn't love dancing? Who doesn't love music, right? Music and dancing is one of the best things in the world. I love it too. I do it here too. Sometimes I just dance in my apartment or in my car, and people watch me all the time. But if there's a song that comes up that I really like, I do the most crazy faces and I dance in my car. And a lot of times it just brings a smile to someone else's face when they see it. They enjoy it. It reminds them of music too. It really elevates us too. So yes, thank you for that, Yazi. And the third thing that is really important that we cannot buy is allowing ourselves whatever it is that we are feeling. That includes fear, frustration, anger, and all the uncomfortable feelings that we don't like to have, but they're part of life and they're inevitable, right? Being uncomfortable in a situation is not a bad thing. So the other day, I'm going to give you an example. I sent a friend of mine a little picture of something that I thought that she would laugh with and it would encourage her for something. She is going to try to quit smoking. And I sent her something about quitting smoking, and I thought it was funny. I thought it was cute. Apparently, I touched a nerve there. And she got a little triggered, and she sent me back a text that was very firm in saying, do not do that again. Don't send me such things. Now, that was a little uncomfortable, right? It was uncomfortable for her because obviously it triggered her, and it was uncomfortable for me in a way because I came from a very beautiful, open place. I wanted to share something that I thought that was funny, and she was kind of like, no. A little uncomfortable. However, instead of trying to push it away, I accepted that this was a little bit of an uncomfortable thing and chose to have it more as of an opportunity. And I just said, okay, I will not send you stuff like that. Thank you for letting me know. I know that you know that I came from a good place, right? So there's a little uncomfortable there. It was a little kind of, was our first glitch in our friendship. And there's nothing wrong with that. When we feel uncomfortable, when things like this happen, it can only be an opportunity for something, right? Same thing when it comes to being frustrated, and same thing when it comes to being angry with someone. Now, here's the thing. Imagine that someone upsets you and you lash out at them in a very serious, angry manner because it's annoying. How would they react? How would you react? You'd get defensive, right? Because that's what we do. But imagine that person came to you and instead of being very serious about it, would be able to say to you in a playful way, "Stop it!" That takes the whole thing into a completely different level, right? You get the message, and it's not so serious. Taking things in a little bit of a better proportion, right? If you are scared of something, you can acknowledge that fear. This is scary for me. It's okay to be scared. I allow myself to feel it. I allow myself to feel sad. I allow myself to be scared. This is a big thing for me. Don't judge yourself compared to other people. Allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you are feeling, whatever emotion it is that is passing through you. Allow yourself to feel it. It is okay. This is being your best friend, right? How does that make you feel when I say these things? Does it make you feel uncomfortable, or does it open you up when I say that? Let you know that it's okay to feel whatever it is you're feeling. Allow yourself to feel it. Make whatever feeling that is be your friend, right? So let's take fear, for example. And when I say fear, I'm talking about it in a very large context of fear. It's also that procrastination thing, and it's that avoidance of something that we don't want to do, or when something triggers us, right? So it's a very big umbrella that I'm talking about here. And what I want to imagine that how when you are, Irit says, feels great, right? It's nice to allow ourselves to feel what it is and become friends with it. So you know how when little kids, when a stranger comes to the house to meet their parents, for example, you know, their parents have like a new friend and this friend comes to visit and there's a little kid. You know how the kids are very, very shy at the beginning, right? And they kind of like cling to the parents and they hide behind the, you know, and then you sit down with that stranger and the child will sit in the corner of the room with their back to you and play. Right? This is usually like the scenario of what happens. By the time the stranger leaves the house, after like an hour and a half or 2 hours, that child of yours that was so shy is now clinging and playing and is very happy with that stranger. What happened? It's that space of allowing the child to connect. So first this child plays with his back to that stranger and you, and he's observing. And then there's like a little bit of a peekaboo kind of thing. And then he kind of like, he feels the energy, and then he starts to turning around, right? And there's kind of like this little glance at that stranger. And then slowly the kid turns around a little bit, and then it becomes into a full eye contact, and then slowly coming closer and closer. When you allow that space, you can become friends with that emotion, right? So when we play that little peekaboo with our own emotions, even the unwanted, I don't like calling them unwanted, because we actually do want them, because what is life if not all of the emotions, right? If we want to experience life fully, we need to go through all of the emotions. So by allowing our emotions to be whatever they are, and just allowing ourselves to gently look into them and have them be slowly our friends, then we can start being playful with them, right? Just like the little kid becomes very playful with that friend of yours that a minute ago or an hour ago was very threatening to that child. So the same thing is with our emotions. So this is it. This is my invitation for you guys for this week, is to just observe all the things in your life that you cannot buy that enrich your life, that fill you up, that make life interesting and beautiful and really makes you come alive and feel that you're truly living. How does that feel? Does that feel like an interesting experiment to look at all the things that you cannot buy? A smile to someone else, kindness, compassion. There's so many things in life that you cannot buy. And those are actually the things that are really most important for us in life, right? Do you agree? Let me know in the comments. And throughout the week, if you could, please come and share with us some insights about the things that, oh, thank you, Reed. Share some things that you have noticed throughout the week that have enriched and filled your heart, and you didn't buy them. Please let us know. Okay? If you enjoyed, oh, thank you, Yazzie. Yazzie says totally. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends. I love spreading the word, and I love helping people find happiness as much as possible. Again, for those who don't know me, my name is Leanne. I'm a transformation and mindset coach. And if you would like to dive deeper into the subject of finding all the beautiful things that give us happiness and fulfillment in life that we don't buy with money, please contact me. I will leave the link before, and let's have a little mini session and dive a little deeper into it. I would love to dive deeper into it, because who doesn't like happiness, right? So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful Monday and a beautiful week, and go enjoy life. Don't buy it. Enjoy it. Bye.